And so we've been doing a series on the Dodge Challenger and the different mods that I've done to it over time. And we talked about level 1 mods, level 2 modifications, and level 3 modifications. And this video specifically is about a little bit of talk about those level 3s and what you might want to do and where you're going uh, in that direction. Level 3. Where are we going with level 3? We've done those aesthetics on level 1. We've done some of those basic airflow modifications, level 2 type stuff, or suspension. Level 3 is a whole new animal. It's really probably out of my wheelhouse. I haven't got there myself yet. If we go there, we'll go there together. But eventually, you know, when the car is out of warranty, when it's mine to just do the things that I want to do, then there may be some of these things I do. It could be some of these upgrades happen if there's a mechanical issue of some kind somewhere. And what I mean by that, we break a water pump, we break a starter. Why not get a better, stronger one than OEM if possible? If we have a problem with the engine, why not upgrade that camshaft, those lifters? I know you've all heard about the Hemi-Tick, things like that. If you have an issue with that, and I'll tell you about my issues here that I've had that will blow your mind probably, but most people in these cars, especially the newer ones, they worked out the bugs pretty good, especially in my opinion from the 1920 model, you know, 2019, 2020, and till they last called them in 23, they had it figured out. There's very few recalls, there's very few issues. Even the Hemi-Tick problems are not that prominent. If you break something, it's probably because you broke something. And these cars are designed to take a whole lot of punishment. But that level 3 is going to be those major modifications, man. I am doing things like a new camshaft, in particular, major intake changes, adding a supercharger, adding a ProCharger, which is turbocharging it. Those sort of big horsepower gains, major modifications. But when you do those things, even a large camshaft, for instance, you change the drivability of this car. So it starts going away from being a streetable, everyday driver to a race car / car show weekend driver very quickly. And so when you first get this and you start making these mods beyond that level 1 that I'm talking about, you need to start considering, what do you want this car to be? Are you wanting to build a race car that sits in your garage or you trailer to the, you can get to the point you have to trailer it to the drag strip because it's no longer even street legal or doesn't function well enough on the street? Because, you know, once you get to that point, you're stripping weight out of it and doing a lot of things like that, like removing seats and door panels, and you can get crazy with this, right? So, right now even, I think when you buy your Challenger, start thinking about, what do I want to change? Where am I eventually wanting to get to? And I'm not telling you got to make that decision on day 1, but every change you make to it, whether it's a modification of the logos and emblems to putting a supercharger on this thing, you are changing it from OEM, possibly voiding your warranty. So keep up with that as you go as well. And make these your own, but make it your own to do what you want it to do. So again, here we are, we're talking about we've level 3 mods. And when you get all the way up to the point where you're making these level of changes, you need a plan. And so the next thing really is about a tune, electronic tune. It definitely, in my opinion, falls in this level 3 category of mods. Some guys will do it as early as, you know, one of the first things they want to do. But when definitely at that second level where you're making changes to the performance and so forth of the car, making modifications like we were talking about, airflow and exhaust. Most of those things, even making changes to your active exhaust, stuff like that, you can be done in such a way that you don't need a professional tune for the most part. I know there's stipulations there, guys, and most of you may argue with this, but I believe when you start getting into that PCM, into that computer, and changing the things that came from an OEM there, you're going into another level of modifications. You're hitting that level 3 mods for sure, to where you're probably changing the car, probably voiding your warranty, doing things that you can't go back. Even if you put the original tune on it, it changes things forever about the car and what you're doing. Now that's fine. That's what you want to do. Just know that, when we talk about a tune, that's why I hadn't mentioned it a lot up until this point, is you're really talking about when you do a professional tune of changing things that are going to level 3 mod your car. And so just be prepared for that. What do you want the car to be? And is it still going to stay drivable every day as a daily? Is it more becoming a race car? Is it something else? And so make the right decisions about that would be my recommendation to you. There's guys out here that'll drive you hard to heavily modify your Challenger. Frankly, they're a dang good car from OEM, from the factory. Don't need a thing changed. Whether you've got a 6-cylinder GT, one of the all-wheel drive 6-cylinders, my God, those are cool too if you look at them. An RT, an SRT Scat Pack, a Hellcat Red Eye, a Demon, or a Super Stock. From bottom to top, they came from Dodge probably the way they should be. Definitely the way they meant for them to be. And so when you go to modifying and tweaking and changing these, you need to think ahead. You need to know what you're doing. Are you just going for looks? Are you just trying to upgrade it, the performance of it a little bit and something to show at the car show? Or are you wanting a race car and change what that engineer originally designed it to be? Either way, I'm for you and wishing you all the best with it. I hope you've learned something from this video. I'll cut it down as short as I can. And I'm going to take sections. I'll get into more details over time with some of these things where specifically some of these changes. And as I make upgrades in the future, I'll do videos on that as well. But I wanted to give you a huge overview of it. I hope that this is useful to you and that you'll pass along, share it, hit the subscribe button, like button if you thought it was productive for you. Save it so you can go back and look at some of these things and hear what I had to say about it in the future. Hopefully it's helpful to you. I'm Proncy. Proncy's out. So this was the last of our series that we talked about the level 3 mods, but there's a couple others too. So if you missed those, go check out level 1, level 2, and our opinions on the different types of mods you can do to the Challenger. Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button. See you soon.